Hi guys, welcome to the first ever interview session for the NextGen Icons. My name is Martins Esther and I'm the convener. And today we have a data and AI enthusiast, GDG campus lead, and a nominee for the 25 Under 25 Rising Stars Award by Black Sisters in STEM. We have the person of Freda Efod. Freda.
Hi Esther.
We're so glad to have you on our first episode. And we have 10 questions for you basically. So the first question is, can you share your background and what inspired you to pursue your current field?
Well, as Esther has wonderfully introduced me, one thing that inspired my journey was to create change in the lives of students. I wanted to be that bridge that would make them actually not just be academically smart, but also do other stuff with their life.
What are one or two standout moments in your journey so far? Moments you are most proud of?
A recent moment, and it's kind of a two-in-one. First, being the lead of GDG on campus has been a whole lot. Also, 2-3 weeks back, we had this really cool conference in our school, Innovation Fest. Another moment was actually putting myself into systems that try to create change. The first one, Valor, is to bring change in the life of agricultural farmers. The second one, Trust, is to end pollution in our, let's say, ecosystem. And all of them stem from the university that we're in.
So the next question is, how did you transition from being an average student to becoming exceptional in your field?
What I would say is that what was really helping was that most of the time I was always driven by motivation. I was motivated to do something. And to be honest, every time if you only move when you're motivated, you would really stay where you are. And so I stopped believing in my motivation. I said, okay, if I want to get something done, I'd get it done. And I started pushing myself to do actual things. I also had to lean on the grace of God, because without the grace of God, I wasn't able to do any of that. Another thing that helped me was the circle of people I was with. Also learning, continuous learning.
Are there any defining challenges, people or events that pushed or motivated you along the way?
There was one thing that was really kind of something that really scared me. When I actually became the lead, I was genuinely scared of how I would actually do this kind of thing, right? But someone always pushed me along the way, and that was the former lead, Daniel Shumade. That thing that has pushed me is the fact that I mentioned earlier that the reason I do what I do is that I don't like the fact that many students and many people don't really have opportunities to do certain things because they're not informed. And so I said from my school, from my local environment, I realized that a lot of people didn't have access to a lot of places, a lot of things, a lot of resources, very limited access, and when in a Nigerian school, so you can understand how that is. And so I was like, okay, I have to find a way to do something.
So what steps did you take to develop your skills and reach your current level?
So the step I would say I took was, I mentioned before that I stopped relying on motivation, right? Another thing was that I started to take on real projects. Ali Ahmad, his YouTube channel really helped me a lot. Then I went on internships. Aside from my compulsory 6 months internship, COS, I also did an internship with a data company, Data Fellows, and kind of really helped me.
What advice or actionable tips would you give to others growing in this field?
So one advice I would give is that I would say something, build in public and do what you're doing where everyone can. Position yourself well and start building things early.
The next question is, how do you balance academics, personal development, and your career aspirations?
So as Tobi Oladimeji would say, that was my former boss in Data Fellows, there's no such thing as balance. You can't really truly balance anything, right? As much as you think you want to. I do an order of priority. Whatever is not of priority to me, if it's not going to fall under the first 5 things that come to my mind, I don't do them.
So would you consider yourself a NextGen icon? Why or why not?
I would consider myself a next-gen icon because I'm part of actually people that would actually want to make this generation and generations to come actually push further. And actually, it's kind of proven that anybody with a dream and with a drive and with a zeal can actually still do what they want to do and push others to do them.
How do you manage stress and stay consistent under pressure?
Well, for managing stress, I take a break and I rest. I off my phone, I on my laptop, put my ends on flight mode and watch a movie.
So the next question and the final question is, what's next for you? What does the future look like from here?
So as I said before, I'm in final year, so in the next 1 month I'm done. So the future is really looking really bright, right? So right now I'm actually applying for grad school. And also I want to kind of improve my craft. Aside from the whole data and the whole AI and all that, I also do video editing, right? And I'm not satisfied with where I am right now. My skills level is not what I want it to be, right? And also I also see myself on global stages. I mean, 2 years, 3 years, even a year from now. I mean, anything's possible, right? And I really want to be part of people that would really shake the world and shift the culture.
So we're done for this episode. We're glad to have you here, Freda.
Thank you.
And yeah, catch us in the next one.
Bye guys.